We are here with junior welterweight contender Paul McCLOSKEY. Paul, how you doing today, buddy?
Hi, Joe. I'm okay.
Good. Now, let's talk about this proposed AMIR Khan fight that seems to not be going through right now. Give your side of the story. Explain why this fight is not going to happen.
Well, we started off negotiations. Basically, we started talking to his team. His team were talking to my team. Obviously, my team negotiated on my behalf. They gave us a proposal. My team didn't accept. We come back with other terms, which we thought were very fair. And I think it was being very undervalued at that stage, you know. So I was very disappointed that they didn't want the fight to happen, you know.
Yeah, because I was reading a report that they said from the Khan side that Barry Hearn was being a little greedy with the percentages, as far as he didn't feel that Khan didn't feel that it was fair to ask for that much amount of the percents, because we don't have the exact numbers, so everything is alleged, but it's alleged that he wanted an increase of 20% more what they were willing to give. Do you know if that was the main, deciding factor in the negotiations?
Well, we were just looking for a fair deal. Basically, they gave us a purse which we thought was below value. So we try to maybe make some money some other way with pay-per-views and with ticket sales. Every time we made proposals, and we were making a bit of headway, sometimes, but again, they were just closed us off in the end. It was nearly impossible to make the fight happen. I want the fight badly, very badly. They claim they want the fight badly too, but they were being very, very harsh on the side of the deal.
All right.
Paul, are you at liberty to discuss the purse, and what were you asking for? Are you allowed to talk about that?
No, I couldn't talk about figures on.
Okay.
I have to keep it private, sorry, for legal reasons, you know.
Now,
okay.
AMIR Khan. Go ahead, Carsino.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask.
Khan.
Go ahead, Joe.
I was about to say, sorry.
Go ahead.
My bad. Now, AMIR Khan has just been showcased on HBO in his last fight and the fight before that. He's had 2 fights on HBO, US, and he's just starting to come into his own in the United States as far as being a viable name. How much of a name is he over in the UK? Is he relevant over there in terms of being able to ask for such large purses? Because it's been said that he's been very hard to deal with in negotiating money. Do you think he overvalues himself?
I think the biggest problem is the fact that they're self-promoted now. They promote themselves, and then that makes, if there was an initial promoter outside of the deal, the fight would probably be made by now. Say, for example, if Golden Boy were promoting this fight, or Barry Hearn, my promoter, or Frank Warren, or Don King, the fight would have happened by now. The fact that it's probably a family affair now, it makes it a lot harder, and they're probably making things a lot tighter for me, you know.
Right. So,
but as far as him being a name over here, well, he was a name as an amateur. Obviously, he come out of the Olympics with a silver medal. When he turned pro, he was looked upon as a golden boy. To be fair, he probably didn't have much tough fighting coming through the ranks. But again, you have to gay fighters through, obviously. But when he did get a hard fight, he was found out, and that was by British Prescott, you know. And since then, he was very, he fought British Prescott at lightweight. Basically, come up to light welterweight 2 fights later and got a world title shot right away, which doesn't make sense to me. So I've done it the traditional way. I've won the British title, the European title, and the next step's a world title. So I just want my shot now.
Right. Looking at the AMIR Khan as a fighter, I see you studied and you know a lot about his career since he was an amateur. How do you feel your style matches up against his style? The way you have a lot of upper body movement, you throw a lot of shots from different angles that a lot of people don't see coming, and you can apply a lot of pressure, even though you only have 12 knockouts. You are pretty active in the ring, so how do you feel your style matches up with his?
Well, the way I fight, all my day, I'm a match for anybody. I feel like the way I fight, I can beat anybody. And I suppose being a fighter and being a champion, you have to believe in that. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to have the confidence in yourself to do that. The way AMIR fights, and I've watched him. He's improved a lot under Freddie Roach. Since he went over to Freddie, he has dramatically improved. But I think he's still got his flaws. I think in his fight with Maidana, he showed a few weaknesses that night again. He comes out in straight lines. His chin was in the air. Maidana, we all know, is technically not a great fighter. His footwork's pretty bad, but his punch power speaks for itself. Maidana was hitting him a lot more than I expected him to hit him, And to be fair, he was very lucky to survive that 10th round in that fight. If Cortez had stepped on with 20 seconds to go and had stopped that fight, nobody would have made a big deal about it. I think he was very close to being stopped. But credit to him and his team, he got by and he saw the final bell out. He was very negative in the last 4 rounds because he was hurt, and Maidana put a lot of pressure on him.
Now, Paul, are there any other names being thrown out there right now for possible opponents for you if this Amir Khan fight doesn't happen in the future?
As we speak, my promoter Barry Hearn. Do you know Barry Hearn? Yeah.
Yes.
Barry's he's looking at all their avenues now. I'm WBC number 4, so there's a possibility tonight. I think if Bradley beats Alexander, that there's a possibility that the WBC may become vacant. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that may be a possibility. So there's a good chance. Like I could have options there, and that's the point we were trying to make to the Khan team when we were negotiating. We were grateful for the opportunity, but we weren't desperate, and we deserved that opportunity because I was number 5 ranked with the WBC. So, I'm a top 10 fighter now, so you deserve every opportunity you get. All you want's a fair deal. But obviously that's past now, so we move on. The WBC is another avenue I would love to go down. A fighter I would love to get in the ring, and he's at the minute proposed to fight Marquez, is Eric Morales, who's a top name and a top fighter. I think that'd be a great fight for me if I could get him in the ring, and it would raise my profile in America too by fighting him, and hopefully something can happen there.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Barry Hearn is the promoter of Paul McCLOSKEY, and he's trying to get something big to happen over in the King's Hall over in Delta. And for the Americans who are listening to this, the King's Hall is like the Madison Square Garden.
Brian McGuigan fought there. We all know who Brian McGuigan was. Yeah, he's a legend over here, So there's been a lot of great fighters that fought there over the years. Steve Collins. There's been some really good fighters over the years,
Oh yeah. So we're definitely going to look forward to it, because now there's so much attention and internet buzz. I mean, your name is all over the internet. Every boxing website, your name is on it.
Yeah. The funny thing about this fight, it's the only fight that I haven't even thrown a punch, and my profile's been raised dramatically in the last 12 days. It's been crazy. My Twitter account basically had 20 people on it. Now it's got over 600. My Facebook site's got over 2,000 people. This has been great for me. But ideally, I would love to have got the fight done with Khan.
Oh, that's good. Because I think down the road, eventually, because I think both sides really want to get the fight. But how much you think is Team Khan and how much is Amir Khan? Like, is it really Team Khan is the problem more than it is Amir Khan not wanting the fight?
I wouldn't say Amir doesn't want the fight. I think it's just the deal that was given out was for me, my team was unacceptable. You have to respect. Everybody wants to do as well as they can, and obviously make it as much as they can. But again, you have to have respect for the fighter. Every fighter puts himself through a lot of hard work to get where they are, and I think you have to show the fighter the respect that they deserve. And I don't feel I've been respected too much. And I respect everybody I fight. Obviously, I'm in to beat them, but again, at the end of the day, we all do the same work to get there, and I have respect for everybody.
So, Paul, basically, this fight's not happening because of the purse that you were offered. It just wasn't acceptable in your opinion. That was the only stumbling block?
Well, the person, the options and stuff, there was a few things in the contract that definitely didn't make sense to me. There was definitely, it wasn't just the purse, there was a few other things that was definitely stumbling blocks. So unless the contract's right, the fight can't happen,
So could you say if Team Khan wanted options on you for previous fights in the future?
Yes, that was the case.
Oh.
And again, options is reasonably. I think that usually does happen, but it's what the options are is the important bit. And if the options were good, I would have took them.
So, Paul, who do you like tonight in this big fight tonight between Bradley and Alexander? Obviously, if Bradley wins, that could be beneficial to you. Are you rooting for Bradley tonight?
Well, for that reason, yes. But I think I think a lot of people are kind of underestimating Alexander to a certain degree because of his last performance, and I wouldn't do that. I think Anthony Kotelny can make anybody look average on his night. The way he fights, he's got that Eastern European style, hands up, tough guard, and anybody can have a bad night in the ring. But the most important thing is getting the victory, and he got the victory that night. I think the way he dealt with Urango a few fights ago, he shows us what he really was made of that night. I think Alexander's a really good boxer technically, and he can punch a bit harder than Bradley. I think Bradley's a different kettle of fish altogether. He's an active fighter, doesn't punch as hard as maybe Alexander does, but his work rate is immense. So it's got the makings of a great fight. I think Bradley has developed over the last few years since he beat Junior Witter in England. I think he's come on 100% since then. But I think Alexander's right up there with him now, and this could be tonight. I'm really looking forward to this. Could be a real classic tonight.
Okay. Do you think in your future that you would move up to welterweight someday before your career is over, or you think you'll settle in at welterweight, or you think 140 is pretty much the weight for you or the division?
Well, I've been 140 since I've been about 18 years old now, and I'm 31 now myself. So I make the weight. I train really hard to make the weight, but I do it really well, and I do it right. Unless you're fighting the likes of Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather, then obviously I would go up to any weight. You know what I mean? But again, 140 is my division. If I was offered a fight with Floyd at 147, of course, that'd be a dream day. It'd be an honour to fight Floyd.
Okay.
So in closing, Paul, do you have anything you want to say to the fans out there? How could they follow you? I know you have Twitter. Is there any other way to get in contact with you if fans want to follow you?
Well, I've got a website, www.paulmccloskey.com. Again, all my fans over here are on it, and I've got a great support over here. And my fans, at the end of the day, if it wasn't for the fans, you wouldn't be where you are. You know what I mean? We do what we do, but again, the fans make it more enjoyable. And it puts a smile in your face when they do contact you and let you know how proud they are of you and stuff. So the fans mean everything to me, so do.
All right, Paul, we want to thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to give us this interview. We really appreciate it, and we wish you the very best in your future endeavors. All right, fans, this is Paul McCLOSKEY, junior welterweight contender. Keep an eye out for him. I know you may not be able to see him on HBO, but he's out there. So check him out. This is Joe B, ROPEADOPERADIO.com, and this is Carsino with Boxingsocialist. Talk to y'all soon.